Hey guys, it's Dustin, the Pro Picker here. I'm going to share with you some of my thrifting from the week. So I'm going to start off at this Goodwill store here. I grabbed my cart, but I looked around for quite some time. A new stock cart came out. The only thing I ended up picking up here was this pumpkin pecan waffles candle. I did pass on the Ursula mug. Surprisingly, not that valuable. Think that's a real diamond?
No.
I'm kidding.
I don't think it's even like a fake stone. I think it's black.
Yeah, you probably retire on that, right? Outside the Goodwill here, and just ran in real quick, and I did wait for one new stock cart to come out. So here's what we got. So we got these Kyries here, and they're in excellent condition. I did pay up on them because, I mean, they could tell they were good shoes, right? They had them marked at $19.99. We'll probably get like $80 for them shipped. I grabbed this American Girl doll, Girls of Many Lands. And yeah, so this was $4.99. I'm thinking about $50 shipped for it. So not a terrible stop off. So I went ahead and went into another nearby Goodwill store. And while I was looking into media, I love when this happens, guys. A brand new stock cart came out, and I ended up grabbing this Mario Kart Wii game, which I'm not finding a ton of Wii games lately out at the thrift, so that's awesome. And then this is a great find right here. I'm paying up a little bit on it because it is a pretty big item, but $50, and it comps anywhere, I'd say $150 to $250 shipped depending on condition. This one is an excellent condition. There's a little heated throw there, that therapeutic, and that should go for about $50 shipped. So I did grab that as well for $5.99. Halo 3 on the 360 has went down a bit because the servers are down now for the multiplayer. However, these Wiimotes and nunchucks for $5, why not? They'll ship out for $30 if I sold them like that, or I could save them for some loose Wii consoles I might find, especially over like yard sale season. I always check out Starbucks tumblers. Those in particular weren't worth that much, so I ended up putting those back. Probably could have grabbed them for Jess and I, but we've been getting a lot of reusable containers lately. I put back that candle. It looked fancy, but it ended up being a Big Lots candle, so not a lot of value there. But it's just excellent when you get a new stock cart like this to come out. This definitely helped turn around my morning, which kind of was off to a slow start. Just managed to actually film a little recap of everything I picked up. And yeah, I'm really stoked about the Mario Kart Wii. It's complete with manual and all the inserts and everything. So yeah, shouldn't have a hard time flipping that at all. And with that, I go ahead, settle up, and return my cart. I managed to grab everything in one go. I don't know if I should have tried that or not. It felt a little precarious. But that Margaritaville is a big machine. Definitely would take up some kitchen space. Spent about $68 there. So I decided to head into the Salvation Army. And I pick up a couple things here. Got the Bengals right there. We're still hoping that they'll win on Sunday. So I got these Petty Paul's refills here, and they were actually half price, so I paid $1.50. Should be like 20 shipped, but they should ship first class, so we'll make a profit. Why not? And easy list, easy ship, easy life. And I did meet Brenda during this, and it was really nice meeting you, Brenda. Heavy copyright music, so really couldn't share that going on at the time. Had the N64 controller here in the case. I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff, so I bought it. It's not going to flip for a ton. We have it listed for $25. Slightly loose joystick there, but it does return to center. $5.99. We'll make a few bucks. Why not? I just hardly ever find it out in the wild like this anymore, so when I see it, I'll pull the trigger. And with that, I go ahead and head on out to yet another thrift store. Spent a little over $8. Now heading into the American thrift. I only made one find here, but it's a good one, so I'm going to share it with you real quick. So it's an Onkyo receiver here, and they had $15 on it, and it should go for about $110 shipped. So doing the math, there is room for profit. And people ask if I test stuff as well as I can, so I plugged this in. I just hit buttons to make sure things were actually happening when I did that. Spent $16.12 with tax and head out the door. So this is a thrift store you've never seen on the channel before. It's just slightly past the part of my territory I like to stomp around in, really just due to time. I used to go to the one of these that they had in Columbus for years back in the day and pick, and it's been a long time since I've been to the one here in Dayton. But we're going to get in here and see what we can find. Some of the pricing on like the clothing and stuff is prohibitive. Not complaining or anything. People, businesses can price things however they want. It's just not prices that I'm able to pull the trigger on as a reseller. This is actually a very large store. I know I say Valley's the largest store in the area, but this one's pretty close. I'd say Valley is bigger though. And what you're seeing here is all the aisles had people in them. I finally get here. We're going to play a little bit of a game here. Can you guess how much the Scooby-Doo is in the comments? Go ahead and let me know what your opinion is and see if you're right. And it ended up being $45. So if you guessed $45, you're right. And that's how much a giant Scooby-Doo goes for here. I really don't know what the value of something like that is. I don't even really have a box for that to ship. I'd probably have to like hack together 2 U-Haul boxes if I were to purchase something like that and sell it. Certainly would be something that I'd sell ship UPS and not USPS. So I saw that they had this Revereware pot here, and it has the lid and everything. It's 3 quart, so I figured it'd be pretty good. It was blue, so that meant it was half off. So I only ended up paying $3 for this, which was about the price I needed it to be to care. And I should be able to sell it for around $34, $35 shipped. I was checking out some of the shoes here, and they had this pair of Bates Air Force boots. They were fancy. They had like a zipper on the side and Velcro latches, things I could even imagine of having had on my boots in the Army. They kind of had comps that were all over the place, so I skipped on those, but ended up finding this infra chef. There we go. And it was brand new. There's only one other brand new or open box one listed, and there's one sold. So I like that sell through, and it's priced at only $13. So this one had never been used. I did open it up and look around in there. And yeah, the sold comp there is $100 plus $15 shipping, so definitely room for a profit at a $13 cost of goods. In the cart, that will go. So they have an upstairs area in this one, which I think is pretty interesting. And so they have appliances, electronics, and such here. Go Video is a pretty decent brand, but this one only comped around 30, 40 bucks. And I think they had like 16 on it. Would definitely have to wait for half off day to consider that. If it had the remote, it would have been worth more, obviously. And I end up heading up to the register and cashing out there. Spent a little bit north of $16, I believe. Hey guys, if you've enjoyed the video so far, please consider subscribing. Really would appreciate it. So I want to make a quick clarification. A couple videos ago, I made a comment about some Danner boots and said that they were marked up when they were $9.99 at Salvation Army. I meant they were marked up as in they had scuffs on them on the front, not the fact that they were actually marked up too high in price. Just wanted to clarify. A couple people had mentioned that, and I was like, oh yeah, I totally see how the context of that thing could come through incorrectly. All right, so I have my notebook here, and we're going to get into it. I'm going to run the numbers with you guys, and we're going to see how much potential profit pre-tax I'm going to be making here. So our list price is $783.95, and that's what we'll be listing everything for on eBay. Our shipping estimated $154 that we'll need to deduct. We'll have roughly $101.91 of eBay fees. And then our cost of goods sold for everything that we purchased today was $141.27. And that's going to leave a pre-tax net of $386.77, which is pretty decent. It's been a bit of a grindier week for me, but I am still finding stuff. And that's the thing, it's really about consistency. It's about pounding the pavement. If you're out there, you'll eventually find stuff. It might not be thousands of dollars worth of stuff every day, but you'll find hundreds. If you're out there working, definitely. And I know a lot of people will mention, hey, Dustin, you're so lucky to have the thrift stores you are. Sure, I have good thrift stores. However, a lot of people have good thrift stores, and they'd be surprised if they went to them more often and went to more of the different locations more often, that they would probably find a lot more things than they think they could. I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. No video on Sunday, but I will have one on Saturday, so hope to see you then. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.